What up, everybody? It's your boy Nick's back once again. This is the CCW podcast. I am the head of the table, and I just want to know: have you acknowledged your podcast tribal chief today? Yeah, that'd be me. So acknowledge me out this piece. You know what I'm saying? Episode 18. God, whatever will we talk about today? I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna talk about, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be interesting. So let's go ahead and get started. Of course, I got my man, my right hand man, the one and only blurred weight champion in the building, my man Joni Jones. She got in the cup, man. She got in that cup.
Oh, that good old sweet tea, baby. I know what it is.
Wingstop. Okay. What you have? Some? You had lemon peppers.
Oh, hot lemon pepper, baby. You know how I go. It's only one way to go. It's a hot lemon pepper.
All right, now I see. That's what's up. That's what's up.
And they got the sandwich, chicken sandwiches too. Now, man, can't go wrong with it.
You know what? I ain't had one of them joints yet. Are they like any kind of like what's the like? It was like do they have like a sweet bread, or was it like?
It's a regular like a brioche whatever bun. But
all right, bet. That's what I was wondering, because I'm like, if they ain't no brioche bun, I ain't trying to mess with it. I ain't trying to.
I mean, you know, they had to throw their hat in the chicken sandwich game.
Yeah, of course they did. All right then. All right. Oh, look who decided to show up.
Tomato. Boo, shout.
Ain't gonna say nothing. It's just muted. Ain't gonna say nothing.
He hurt right now.
What's going on? What's going on? Are you stinging 97 right now? You ain't saying nothing? You stinging 97?
Damn, not stinging 97.
Well, for those of you who are not watching the live stream right now, listen to the podcast here. This is Slim Jones. Heel Jones is in the building. I guess eventually he will join us via his words and audio.
Speaking, since he want to be like that, look how he looking at him.
look how you looking at you.
He cracking up right now.
Look how you looking at you. Oh man.
Where we at today? Where we at?
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Okay. Go ahead.
That's what we at in life.
This you something and don't say nothing. That's funny. Oh man.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Oh man, it was good.
Chilling, man. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm actually glad to see y'all.
See you where?
Glad to see y'all. I said I'm glad to see y'all.
What happened to you?
I just got to see. Oh yeah, good to see you too, man. I mean, good.
Yeah. Good. It's good to be seen, man. It's good to be seen. Just got your little Red Bull. That Red Bull light.
And I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning.
Damn.
Got to drive somewhere and go.
You know, 5 o'clock in the morning on Sunday for what?
I had to drive like an hour and a half to go do some photos and some stuff, and we wanted to go early so I could have the rest of my day to myself.
Oh, that makes sense.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Nigga like head.
Where's old mannish ass Mannish Montel?
Yeah, I don't know where he at, but he'll be on here eventually.
I told you, man.
Mannish Montel is his new nickname.
I told you,
Mannish Montel.
Mannish Montel. He kind of like I don't walk back in the bar and get me another drink. I can sit out and
Montel, the old player be the club them young girls.
Yes, yes, he do. All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and get started with him. Let's go ahead and get into the review of wrestling this week.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this contest set for one fall.
One fall.
Two.
Okay, we're gonna kick this thing off with Monday Night Raw. The shows have been pretty mid this week. The build to
Very.
WrestleMania has not been what I think it should be. But anyway, Seth Rollins, of course, provoking Drew McIntyre into an intense war of words. War of words. I can't even speak. Becky Lynch defeated Liv Morgan because we kind of saw that coming. In the final moments, Liv hit Oblivion on Becky Lynch before attempting to pin. However, the man managed to attempt to roll out the pin. Moments later, Lynch caught up her opponent off the second rope and finished her with a manhandle slam. Moments after, the man came face to face with Rhea Ripley. Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell defeated Ivy Nile and Maxine Dupree. And I have never been this interested in Candice LeRae because during the match, when Maxine Dupree attempted to do the caterpillar or backwards worm shit that she does, Candice got in her face and belittled the shit out of her. Got real personal, talking about, you know what? It's a good thing your dead brother is not here to see you make a fool of yourself. I was like, God damn. She got personal. She even walked out of the match confused, and Indy Hartwell is ended the match. I'm like, damn, Candice, you didn't have to actually chastise that girl like that. Like,
Yeah, she punched her in the pooper.
Hard.
Damn.
She punched her right in the damn feelings, boy. I was like,
hey, that should be her finisher from now on. Like,
yeah. Like, here comes y'all, the chastise from the top rope.
Now, would it be a leg drop, or elbow, or moonsault? What would it be?
Either way, she gonna say some
it's
foul shit
hurt.
to you, though.
It's the bump of the week, and it's all verbal.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and call that a spade. The bump and the burn of the week goes to I would have never thought I'd say this, but it goes to Candice LeRae.
Right? That's like Christian level heat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's it. I was secondhand embarrassed.
That was visceral. Cody Rhodes then had an interview with Michael Cole, vowing to capture the undisputed Universal title at WrestleMania. Next, we went on to have a match with the Kabuki Warriors versus Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. After entering Dakota Kai, Asuka leveled Shayna Baszler with an explosive kick before Kairi Sane finished the submission magician off with an insane elbow to retain tag team titles. Then we had Damian Priest defeating R-Truth. We kind of saw that happening. Truth dove off top rope into DIY's brawl with Judgment Day. Afterwards, take everybody out ringside. Senior Money in the Bank quickly capitalized and hit R-Truth with the South of Heaven for the victory. After the bell, Judgment Day unleashed a brutal attack on R-Truth, Johnny Gargano, and Tommaso Ciampa. When do y'all think he gonna cash in that damn case?
WrestleMania, and it's gonna be unsuccessful.
What's the pay-per-view after Mania?
Backlash.
Yeah,
Probably Backlash.
I think so.
Probably Backlash. I think they dropped the titles at Mania, and it's too much going on to cash it. He's gonna try to cash it in, but I don't think he's gonna be able to at Mania, and just save it for Backlash.
Where is Backlash this year? Where is Backlash? Because last year it was in Puerto Rico. Where is it this year?
Man, that was one of the latest pay-per-views of last year. I don't care what nobody says.
It really was. It had me genuinely rooting for Zelina Vega. Even though I knew she wasn't gonna win, but I was like, damn, I want her to win that. But yeah, if they say
why the brown people can't win at home, but when you're not brown, you can retain at home.
Right. Anyways, we then went on to have the gauntlet match for the right to face Gunther at SummerSlam for the IC title. Match 1, we had Ricochet beat JD McDonough with his bobblehead ass. Then Bronson Reed defeated Ricochet. Sami Zayn came out and defeated Bronson Reed. Sami Zayn then defeated Shinsuke Nakamura, and then somehow Sami Zayn beat a fresh Chad Gable to go on to face Gunther at WrestleMania for the IC title. Now, me personally,
Don't want
I
to see
wouldn't
it.
put Sammy over. And the only reason I think they're even putting Sammy in this position to face Gunther or even possibly win is because we all know that feud that was going on between Imperium and the New Day. And I think the only reason they're doing it this way is because he either refuses, either he can't or won't come back.
I think he can't. I want him to come back so bad. That was my WrestleMania moment. Was Big E comes out, beats Gunther, and there's like a big meat match, and it's like the greatest return like ever. And like he comes back.
I think that's what they're saving him for. I think that's probably what they saving E for WrestleMania. Like, yo, we gonna bring you back at WrestleMania, have you do a run-in or something, and the crowd gonna go crazy.
Man, what? Big E come back, I'm gonna go crazy.
Yes, for sure. I'm definitely gonna mark out. That's a given. But that was your Monday Night Raw.
Raw was
Now,
okay.
move on.
I was kind of upset about the Sammy thing though.
Yeah.
I was upset about the Sammy thing. I don't like it.
Yeah, me neither. Like I said, the only reason I said I don't like it is because I think either E won't or can't come back. And I think that would have been the best move to do. But again, that's just me.
Over Gable though?
I wouldn't put
Gunther
Sammy
match was I would rather have Gable than Sammy.
Same.
Yeah, like since I can't have E, I would definitely have picked Gable because Gable deserves it.
He didn't go though with the bigger guys. Like it's believable. Like you put Gable in there, I feel like Chad has a chance. I thought he had a chance when he fought him live on Raw or whatever. It was a great match, or the last pay-per-view. I can't remember what it was. But when he fought last time, I was like, man, that was a great match. Chad was like that close to winning.
Yeah, and me personally, I feel like without being in the title picture, Sammy had his moment last year. Let's give somebody else a chance.
Right.
Yeah.
Like why are we giving Sammy 2 fairy tale stories? You know what I'm saying?
Because they know, like, yo, we gotta give him something because he ain't gonna be more than what he already is. Like, yo, you ain't getting this heavyweight title, so we gotta give you something, Playboy.
Yeah, like the steam that he's had come off of him since leaving the bloodline, I feel like that has exhausted. But anyways,
I think we're over that though.
Yeah, I'm definitely over that for sure.
I think we are over the whole honorary Uce. Like,
you know what's funny about that? I literally forgot about that till I just brought that up. I forgot he was like, that's when the thing like, man, oh yeah, he wasn't a bloodline.
But that was good TV, and they had a good thing going, and they had to mess it up and put him. They had to. Only thing I hate about Mania season, sometimes you have some great things going that could last maybe 6-7 months, and it's like gold. But to push the WrestleMania narrative, you break up factions, you put people in matches, you change the storyline to suspense it, and you shouldn't have. Like that honorary Uce thing should have went all the way into like late November. Shit was going.
Yeah.
It was gold every Friday. It was gold. But we had to break it up so we could put, try to do the Daniel Bryan thing or Bryan Danielson. Well, that was WWE, so it'd be Daniel Bryan. Where they had to have him, mystical, magical moment.
Yeah, like WWE, like Slim said, like they missed a mark. Like, bro, you could finesse this for a long time, but y'all just like, all right, like.
And it's like right when the shirt comes out too, June. Like you would drop the honorary Uce shirt and like, damn, that shirt kind of fire. Then all of a sudden, Owens, him and Owens are back together. Like you drop, like even like Truth in the Judgment Day shit. Like I like that shirt. And like when the shirt drops, the faction clicks, like it breaks, and I'm like, damn, man. Yeah, I like the whole Truth being in the back of the locker room thing. That shit was funny as hell.
They really could have kept that whole thing with Truth and the Judgment Day going for another 6-7 weeks. They really could have.
Easy.
Yeah, but I think all they're doing, like you said several times, Jones, we've seen this before. What y'all doing with Truth and the Judgment Day, y'all did last year with Sammy and the Bloodline. We're just changing the characters out.
And now you just put now you got Miz and the Truth back together. You're getting that, like, oh, come on now. Why are you recycling all stuff, dog?
It's just plug and play at this point.
You go.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on to NXT, the LWO defeated OTM, which I have no idea what that stands for.
Out the mud.
Ah,
Only the money? I thought it was well, I know some guys out here in Alabama rap. It's called Only the Money. And that's just like they were OTM everything, like a bunch of OTM guys and all their Twitters.
all
They
right.
ran
Well, the
OTM.
Latino World Order defeated Out the Mud. The only thing I like about Out the Mud is their female member, and of course we all are fans of Miss Parker over here for sure.
Oh yeah.
Cruz and Joaquin Wild defeated Bronco Nima and Luchin Price. Before the match even began, OTM jumped their opponents, tossed them to the ring, took the upper hand. The Nima restored order for a time, but then there's an unbelievable flying smash from Wild to the outside. I mean, he got some height on this shit for an impressive win. Lexus King defeated Mr. Stone. No one cared. North American champion Obafemi, this guy's a monster. Defeated Brooks Jim.
Man, if he doesn't come out as M'Baku at the next NXT Championship or WrestleMania weekend, he has to come out with the fur on his. Like he got to, man. He has to.
He gonna have him
like him.
when it comes to the ring. My fault. My fault.
That we want it back. I've seen him already doing the Wakanda Forever things when he goes, ooh, they're doing it. It's there. It's working.
You need to come out and cut the whole promo. I have watched from the mountain.
Yes.
All these challenges. like Oba, what are you doing here? It's Challenge Day.
We will eat your children.
He has to do it.
Yeah, he pretty much beat the hell out of this dude. His partner then came out to try to help him out, but wasn't nothing. Then we had Ariana Grace defeating Gigi Dolan. Gigi's taking a lot of L's here. I want better for her, but it's probably not gonna happen. Kiana James and Izzy Dame defeated Thea Hale and Fallon Henley. It looks like Miss Hale is back to her old ways now, being all for Chase U. So that's good, I guess. Sean Spears defeated Ridge Holland in the main event.
How you feel about Sean Spears in NXT?
I like Sean Spears. Spears.
You like Sean Spears? You like Ty Dillinger?
I
like the fact that he is Sean Spears. I'd say that.
So, okay, my question is, everybody coming back from AEW, from AEW coming back to WWE, keeping their names and keeping their previous gimmick from AEW. How y'all, like, that's the question. Like, I didn't expect him to come back as Sean Spears. I didn't see that coming at all. Like,
well, according to Dreadmere, is by design.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we address that real quick?
Who, Dreadmere?
Yeah, because I'm hearing, I'm hearing this is just a fan just doing fan stuff. I'm like, ain't no fan that dedicated to that. That's a lot of dedication.
You say it's a fan, but I know with AI and everything, it could be Bo Dallas's voice, AI, but he's calling stuff out a little bit before it happens.
No, but I'm saying it like for it to be fan made, that's a little bit too much effort into just it's just fan made. I'm just doing this.
Okay, so reason why I don't believe it's fan made, June, because when Sean Spears first showed up, it was all black. He hit the dude with the chair and had the spotlight on him, right?
Correct.
Then Dreadmere made a video. And then the next week he came back, he had the quotes on the screen that Dreadmere was kind of saying.
Yeah.
You notice that his intro screens?
Yep.
So I don't think it's fan made. If it's fan made, hey, Chef Kiss, you're fucking impressive.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. I'm like, I don't like Slim, you a creator. Like, I don't see you doing something, putting that kind of energy into something. Like, I'm just doing it for fun. Like, it's too much energy to put into.
We're in the creator tech. We're in the niche creator world. So if somebody found a way to get a bunch of views and to play on a certain, ride a certain wave, if it's working, I mean, it could be fan made. Like, I've seen some great Star Wars shit that's better than George Lucas shit. It's fan made, but this right here, it's a little too. I don't know. It's like preempted. Like he's saying stuff and it's kind of happening.
Yep. Because I like it. I think.
I hope it's Bo Dallas. I want it to be Bo Dallas.
Yeah, I'm saying the man could be related to Matt Groening. You never know. Could be one of them time
Matt
travelers.
Simpsons.
All right. Yes, I am. Just saying. It could be, the man could be a time traveler, all we know. Could be. Then the end of the night, we had Trick Williams come out, cut a promo, interrupted by Noam Dar of the Meta 4. He then got attacked by all of them before he smooched with Lash Legend in the ring.
Well, according to my mom, who's been a wrestling fan longer than I've been alive, she said Trick's promo sound like a runaway slave.
Wow.
I have the screenshots to prove it. If y'all want.
Mama Slim said that.
My mama said that, bro.
Oh Lord, Miss.
And she talked. I'm gonna make some posts for y'all that my mom says that my mom texts me on like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night. It's fucking classic. She talks to Dragunov. She said, "Here comes old Longback," and
Not
calls him
Mama
Longback.
Hill.
But my mom's she's an OG heel, like for real. But she said, "Man, Trick out here sound like a runaway slave."
Your mama one of them Stan Hansen heels, boy. Like shit.
Damn.
Oh,
I like Trick, man. I do like Trick a lot. I like the whole Lash and Trick look. That was a really good look. That was like a cover for a Tubi movie. It was great.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Trick and Lash 2 movies, what I need for real. I need that movie.
I need it.
Because I thought when I heard about that, wasn't she dating somebody else though? Like wasn't she like married to like some dude that was in the who played baseball or something?
I don't know who she was married to. When I tell y'all about Lash, that girl could hoop. That girl was a hooper, bro. She could hoop.
From what I understand, she
real athlete.
Didn't she come through as part of that whole NIL movement that Triple H was doing?
I want to say when she went to development as far as some NIL thing, because she was like a hooper and like I'm talking about, she averaging like I don't know 15 rebounds a game, something crazy. Like she's a hooper.
Dang, that's
crazy. She's like a pure athlete, and then go over there, man. She's.
Oh yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Total sidebar. So you know how when they have security and the guys get beat up by is it me or is it because of all the wrestlers that come out of those fake securities and the bodyguards and the walking?
I know you.
I watch them so closely now that I kind of miss what's going on with the storyline because I'm trying to lock a face to memory. So when a dude pops up, I can be like, "Oh, he's the guy who." Yeah.
Listen, anytime there's a person now. And if they ever do it again, of course they probably will because there's nothing new under the sun. If they ever have a person come out from now on in WWE and there's like a lot of like misfit like characters with him, I'm watching every single one of the misfits because
I'm overly invested. I'm so overly invested. Like when Trick was even them guys came out to help when they came out to help Mello and Trick was hitting all those guys like who's that guy? Is he in development?
Yo, remember Adam Rose and that group of misfits he had?
Him and No Way Jose too.
So many cats came out of those misfits. It was like No Way Jose, Dana Brooke, Becky Lynch, fucking Braun Strowman. So many stars that came out of that group of people, man. So many. So yeah, it's kind of like now I feel you. Like you want to watch the little guys we don't know, but okay, I got lock in that face because you never know that nigga might be AEW champion one day.
Right, MJF is like MJF. There's a damn valet for somebody. He had a little security shirt on. Like I'm looking at all this stuff. Like this is crazy.
Oh, speaking of sidebar, I know it's probably not on the dock. So Shayna Baszler going to GCW for Bloodsport. Triple H actually sending people out. How we feeling about it?
I like it.
That actually
we can't say Forbidden Door because Triple H called that corny. He said the name Forbidden Door thing is corny to him.
Yeah, that actually is on the docket for one of my hot topics. So you are getting ahead of me. But since we already out the gate, let's go ahead and talk about it.
Let's talk about Naruto.
Shayna
Baszler sounds just like she should voice actor for Shippuden.
She sounds just like my man. She sounds just like him, bro. But yeah. As Jones said, Shayna Baszler announced for non-WWE event the week of WrestleMania. As announced, Baszler will make her official GCW debut at Bloodsport X on April 4th. While the capacity in which Baszler will appear has yet to be confirmed, Barnett has hyped the upcoming debut. What does it mean for a queen to take up the sword and march to war? The Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler, comes to Bloodsport X. But yeah, this definitely does speak to what Triple H has said on more than one occasion. Of course, like he said, the forbidden door is corny, as the phrase coined by Tony Khan. But the fact that we now have, someone who has definitely been active on the main roster for a couple of years now, going over to GCW, that door for business is open now, to where we have contracted WWE stars wrestling outside WWE. So who's to say we may start seeing even more of this happen, and even, the other direction, people from other organizations. I mean, yeah, we've already seen it the other way around, because damn, for at least 2 years, the Women's Royal Rumble featured the Impact Women's Champion.
Okay, my question: do we want to count that though? Because I feel like it's a surprise thing. They gotta fill up the thing. But I really want to see Bianca go to Impact and have a stick, go in. I want to see them literally send people over, for real. Story.
If you're gonna send them where they need to go. Can we have like Ricochet show up at Dynamite and call out Ospreay or Okada or something? Can we have Seth Rollins, show up in New Japan and go one-on-one with Dolph? Let's open the door for real. Quit playing with it. Put them where they, I don't want to see Bianca in Impact. She's gonna mop anybody over there.
I feel what you're saying, but
she can't do their champion.
I would say Cole Day still. But we've seen crazy things happen. Vince McMahon is actually gone now, so we all said Cole Day held the day and it happened. So if I could see Seth Rollins in New Japan, would be insane. Seeing Ricochet,
would that be great to see him? He don't even have to wrestle; he just come out.
Dude, I don't want to know what went wrong for Will Ospreay. Ricochet to go to AEW. That would set the wrestling world on fire.
Man, what? Because that would show so much for WWE. Because if Ricochet's over there and our guy on this side can hang and go full speed with the guys in AEW with these pro wrestlers, it looks good for your brand. Because we have that, we say we have sports entertainment, but we also have pro wrestlers as well.
Yep.
And it'd be man, I would love it. I would love to see Ricochet.
And what's crazy, and what's crazy of all the forbidden doors that there are, WWE and AEW is the most forbidden. And until we get that one open, it's good to see them, but when we actually get one working,
you think it's possible with Cody being there? You think Cody can broker that?
Okay.
If anybody can, Cody King can do it.
You know what?
Cody Luther King. Y'all had to cook with the Cody.
All right, I'll put it like this. Nick, question. How old is your son right now?
13.
Okay, I say by time 17, we gonna see it, because Cody Trip. I know the guy. Let me put an olive branch in the middle. Let's try to get this going. Let's do something. I can talk to him, talk him off the ledge. Trip, if you willing, I can make it happen. We can make all this happen. Because that's the prime meet. You got Jade, Cody, you got the people that can make it happen.
Here's the thing. You ain't gotta wait that long, because the opportunity to do it could be done next month. Because who we ain't seen on AEW TV since he lost his title?
You talking about the Burberry God?
He could pop up at Mania, bro, and that would be it.
But Mania if he pops up at Mania is what? Is like a marquee?
It don't matter.
Pops up at Mania as a WWE guy.
And you can make him pop up in any capacity you want. You can have him interfere in the match, cut a promo, just be seen in the fucking crowd. It don't matter how you do it. If you show that man's face during WrestleMania, it's a
And the
wrap.
bidding
It's a
war
wrap.
thing, they could both eat off the bidding war thing.
It could be it because still 2024.
And what about
Well,
then?
but even crazier than that though. Did y'all watch after Sting's last match? Did y'all watch? I guess it was Raw, SmackDown. Anyway, Pat McAfee first Michael Cole made a reference to the
Yeah, 'cause they
Sting's
showed that
last
picture.
match, and McAfee said, "Oh, it was such a great match last night."
Oh
Y'all see
yeah,
that?
The fact that he watched
That
it.
was crazy. That
and then
means
they
you watch it, and that means that's a little bit closer to acknowledging there's other worlds outside of the great WWE universe.
showed that picture of Rhea Ripley and Buddy and Pat McAfee like who? He was like playing like yo, who's that guy? Like yo, come on, Pat, don't do that.
you know
But
the fuck that is.
then we forget that quote unquote Kenny Omega is not elite anymore. So hey, I see Kenny
You know what's
Omega.
crazy? You know what's crazy about Kenny Omega? They have Kenny Omega's whole entrance as an option to select in WWE 2K24, and
You
it's
goddamn
under the and it's called the cleaner.
It's like legit. I'm talking about with the the thing and the all
It's
that.
called the
It's
cleaner. I'm like, bruh.
you lying. Stop it.
They've always
It's up
done that
there.
though. That one thing I will say about WWE, I always was real heavy with the created player. Like when I get a WWE wrestling game, I go straight to the created player. And they've always had like ECW guys like Sandman and Sabu, and they always had outside wrestlers in their created players. The animation is what part.
That's dope.
Yeah. But the fact that they have like his whole entrance, like all motions correct and perfect.
I wonder
And
who
they
did it.
titled it the
He's the one of the
cleaner.
biggest wrestlers in the world. You need to have him in there. They also got Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
I heard about that. I wonder who did Kenny's mocap and Jacob's.
AJ Styles.
Probably.
AJ
Because who would know it
Styles.
better than him? Because who would know it better than him?
Yeah. So you think Solo did Jacob like yo, go out there and do your cousins?
So
Probably.
what they did, the worlds collide, and now with the worlds collide with the New Japan and AEW, but you
Yeah.
bring WWE in there, and we get to see like Kenny versus AJ Styles one more time.
That would be insane.
Mm.
All right.
Chad
keep it
Gable
up with
versus
the,
Zack Sabre Jr. Ooh,
Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. All right. Moving on to the news of the week, I would say. Let's go and talk about AEW Dynamite.
Let's talk about it.
Big business kicked off at the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. Wednesday night, you know what that means. CEO. The 7-time women's world champion, Mercedes Mone, made her AEW debut. Cut a hell of a promo. Speaking of magic she wants to create, moments she wants to create, thanking the fans for sticking by her, giving her the courage and strength to be there, how wrestling has given her hope, made her dreams come true. She wants to take this women's revolution and make it global now, not just in one federation. Also letting know she's getting down to business as soon as while we're there. She said she'll be watching the main event tonight of Rio and Will Nightingale. Now Willow, you and I have unfinished business, but
you and Willow? Wait a minute.
Hold up,
yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Hey, no, not me and Willow. I'm quoting Mercedes
Oh, you
Moné.
a direct quote. Okay.
I'm quoting Mercedes Moné.
Me and Willow got some unfinished business. I've seen her live, boy.
Hey,
Yes,
listen.
Lord.
Bastard.
Yes,
I wish
Lord.
I wish me and Willow had any business right now.
Katie gonna come out there, come on,
Big
like,
business.
Big business. But for right now, big business. Mercedes Moné is officially all elite. Which brings us to our next topic. Mercedes Moné now in AEW. I'll start with you, Slim. How would you book her first year in AEW?
I would book her first year in AEW. I would do the opposite of anything they've already done. I would personally, we need to help her, we need more people to. We basically put her against everybody that's relevant. She needs to go against Statlander. She needs to go bring back Britt Baker, Thunder Rosa. Like there's one guy, I forgot what his name is podcast, but they were talking about the AEW on paper has the biggest women's division on paper. And I think you should have Mercedes Moné, Marquis, some great matches with all these women and bring back women that hasn't wrestled. She needs to go, I mean, Athena. She needs to go against all the women in AEW and make she'll put some of them over, but it make it great matches. I think she has the understanding, the chops to actually make these matches where she can carry. Same with Ospreay carries. Ospreay can make a match with me and Eddie Kingston look like it's a wrestling gods. You know what I'm saying? So I think Sasha Banks, aka Miss Mercedes Moné, the CEO, this is one of the biggest signings, bigger than Punk, bigger than Adam Cole, bigger than Adam Copeland. This is one of the biggest signings ever in AEW.
It is.
Next to Will
really
Ospreay.
I mean, if you think about it now, just look at the roster they have now. With the addition of Mercedes Moné now, this is a roster that already had Kenny and the Bucks. Now this roster has Okada and Will Ospreay. Like, come on now.
Oh, wait a minute. Can I get time out? Hold on, I need time out.
Yeah.
I can't think of the name of the podcast. Well, there's one guy kept saying 4.5 million for Okada. 4.5 million for Okada. You don't understand, sir. Because I'm on my platform now with my guys. You don't understand the importance of Okada and what that does for AEW globally. You don't understand Takeshita and what that does for AEW globally.
Talk to him.
This is not just, just because WWE is now going overseas and doing some things overseas, and we're talking about getting.
I think we lost him. Did we lose him?
Yeah, I think he froze up on us.
He
probably just talking right now too.
I know, right? Just talking. It's like
why wait for him to get back though? I mean, Joni, Mercedes Moné, man. What you think? How would you book her first year?
That's a good question.
I mean,
I'm saying I would throw in the title picture early. I wouldn't throw in the title picture that quick. Like that's too obvious. Like that'd be like some old Impact stuff. Like, nah, let her build her way up to a title. Give her that TBS title. Let her have a good run with that. I ain't saying if Tony Khan wants to be a jerk about it, have her beat Jade's record, cool, whatever. I would have her get a good run with that TBS title or start off slow. You know what I mean? Put in some fuse like a few of Willow, that'd be cool. Definitely bring Britt Baker back in the mix for her do that because she doing her thing like that. She doing that with the CEO thing, like Britt, like, hey, I'm the only one to do that. Hey, you got CEO and I'm with it.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm with that.
I'm sitting here now looking at the women's roster for AEW, and obviously, I think the first match we're gonna get out of Mercedes is gonna be her and Willow, to kind of get her lick back, so to speak.
Right.
I think right after Willow, we should do Mercedes and Serena Deeb.
Okay.
Following that, I think her first official story booking for a match should be her and Saraya. Now that just writes itself because as we all know, as we all know,
that's right.
There's a section of fanboys, toxic ass fanboys, who blame Mercedes for Saraya getting injured. And then, of course, this is back when she was Sasha Banks and then Paige. But there's a lot of people who blame her for getting injured, and that just writes it for itself.
Yeah.
Look who decided to join us. Hold on. Let me get the booze ready. Hold on a second. Let me get the booze ready. Where we at? Okay, here we go. Let's get them ready.
I ain't worried about you. What's going on, man?
Look how Cody looking at
Hey. Very rarely do I do this, so y'all already know.
look how Swerve looking at you. Look how Swerve looking at you.
See, I'm more concerned the fact that Junie has all of these available, so that's scarier than anything else. I mean, he does.
For this.
You know what? See, there's difference between being prepared and being obsessed, sir. Your recovery time.
This. It just happened.
I'm very upset. I was cooking.
You were cooking.
You were cooking, and then the stove went off.
And your phone decided, like, nah.
I don't know what happened. Like my phone started ringing, and then all of a sudden I lost everything. But I was cooking though.
I can tell you it wasn't me.
Tony
O'Connor's worth $4 million a year. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, he definitely is. Nate, you decided to join us at the point here now. We have now reached the portion where we're talking about the newest signing to AEW, Miss Mercedes Mone. And the question is, how would you book her first year?
Oh wow.
I'll give you time to get settled. You gotta, probably
no, and I've been thinking honestly, I've been thinking about this. No, yeah, nice try. Yeah, all right.
You gotta take 10 balls off the walker and get all nice and set and everything.
You know what? You see, Ted. You see what I got to do it. You see what I got to do with this fool.
Hey, don't talk to Ted about me.
I was telling Rodney Barnes the other day when I saw him at GalaxyCon and Knicks ain't shit.
Oh, you gonna throw the Rodney Barnes in my face? Okay, all right.
You ain't dropping Navy. Ain't dropping Navy. That's what they call him.
That's all right. I'm gonna tell Gary Williams you were talking shit. How about that?
He had a crowd around him too, and I wanted to say something to him, but he was lined up here. We're like, I want you to do something for a video. I'm like, damn, that man ain't never gonna have a break. That's cool.
Hey, I'm gonna text you something real quick. Hold on. That's why I'm telling you why I say I'm gonna tell Gary Williams. I'm text something real quick. Text to you. This is just for him. Hold up. Let me see if I still got it on my phone. Where is it?
I ain't gonna lie. I got
he's dead ass. He's serious about texting. Like, I'm gonna do it right now.
It was cool. I went to GalaxyCon and I had a blast. I did not take a lot of pictures. I just kept getting stopped a lot, but it was awesome.
People knew, like, man, you're a recognizable face, man. People know Montel.
Like, oh shit, it's maybe Montel.
But they had everybody.
Oh my gosh, his beard is so luxurious. Oh my god,
it's that melanated Mr. Fuji. They know who you is.
Nick Nimitz was cool.
Montel.
see, Nick Nimitz was cool. Rikishi looked bored. Let's see, Arn Anderson was there.
Glock Anderson was there. Anderson.
Yeah, Glock Anderson was there. Barry Windham.
His brother just died. He was there.
Matt Hardy was there.
Actually, Oli is Arn's brother.
Yeah. But Oli is Arn.
That's another wrestling misconception.
Yeah,
I've always thought that in my entire life. I didn't know.
Look, you know niggas still just learning now that Undertaker and Kane ain't brothers.
Nah, that I knew. I know about Dean Martin.
People out here like, yo, they ain't brothers for real. Like,
bro, you know what threw me through?
I swear, Oli and Arn were brothers, bro. Like, in my mind, like, I seen like high school pictures of them together. Like, they were really brothers.
Sir. Flex, motherfucker, flex. Let's go.
No what?
Let's go.
I'll tell y'all.
Give it a couple of weeks. I'm gonna have one equally as dope as that.
Okay, that's what's up.
I've already got it in the crock pot. But to answer your question,
hold on, Nick. For that, the one that threw me when I found out Brian Christopher was King's son, I'm like, wait, that's his daddy?
Yeah, Jerry Lawler.
You can see it.
They look just alike.
They look exactly alike.
Jawline, face, everything.
I didn't pay attention to that as a kid when they did that story. I'm like, I see it now. Like, I never paid attention.
That's why they used to chant Jerry's kid.
Man, I never caught that.
You thought that was for the telephone.
I don't think Jimmy that old, bro. I don't think Jimmy.
Thank you, Navy. Thank you, Navy.
Damn, he knew. You start putting two and two together.
You know I'm a fan of the old school. Come on now. You know I'm a fan, so you know I would get it. But as far as Mercedes Mone, honestly, I would say it's kind of hard. The only reason why is because she's already come in and she's held titles, and she has a lot to offer. But we still go into the problem of you have a talented locker room, but it's a catch-22. Either you focus on the big acquisition, or you somehow implement her into the other ones to help make them bring their name up. Now, I said it before, create an all black female stable. Create that. Make that a power base. Bring them in. You got Aminata, you got exactly. You bring Athena in, you got Aminata, you got Red Velvet, you got I'm drawing blanks here. You have it. So bring them in and create that base that would scare the shit out of the rest of the locker room, and literally turn it into a bit, pretty much a war. I think that would be dope. Kiera Hogan's still there and she bounces around. Bring Nyla in. Oh, that would be ridiculous.
Now, I was telling Junie here before you popped in, before Slim came back, what I would do, because she's already name dropped her. She said that her and Willow have unfinished business. So let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Right after Willow, I would have her and Serena Deeb go one-on-one. Just to prove that Mercedes Moné, Mercedes Moné can fucking go. Like, people just think it's just she's all cute and she's that bitch in WWE. No, Mercedes can fucking go. And we would prove that immediately right then. Then I said right after that, her first actual feud would be her and Saraya, and it just writes itself. Because like I said, I told you, there's a section of fanboys out there who actually, back when she was Sasha Banks and back when Saraya was Paige, there's a section of fans out there who actually still blame Sasha for Paige having to retire. And if we play to that narrative, it writes it fucking self.
And also, they were both on Pornhub at the same time.
Come on, bro.
Sorry, I'm going back, but I'm going. Calm down.
Come back. You own that, sir. I will.
Oh, the one like Saraya wasn't on there with Alberto Del Rios, and then Miss Banks didn't have the video and something. She was talent.
Well, Mercedes didn't have a video. It was just a picture of her with
No.
Video?
There's a video. God got 5,000. Miss Banks, yes, definitely was. It's gone now. Sorry.
The only thing I ever saw was a picture of her with the daycare on the face.
That's the daycare. This is leading up to the daycare.
Holy shit!
I didn't see the daycare. The one video doesn't have the daycare. It just had a lot of got 3,000, and it was her. And then the other video, there was a time you want to be always just come on.
You're gonna get tickets to WrestleMania.
Ladies and gentlemen, raw material.
I'm not making up things. It was there. It was real.
You did it. Yes, you did.
Hey, look here. Everybody ain't getting invited to WrestleMania. Someone's got to buy tickets, okay? It ain't gonna be me. But when it comes down to real shit, people who like real shit, they can come to me and I'm gonna give them real. It was a time that yes, they were both on the internet doing things.
So let me ask you this then. If we're gonna have her go one-on-one with the powerhouse, of course, because she has to take her shots to the powerhouse, would you give her Chris Statlander or Nyla Rose?
Jamie Hayter.
Or I was gonna say a returning Jamie Hayter. That's another one.
A returning Jamie Hayter. That'd be great because Jamie Hayter, was a champion. I think we should do kind of what we're doing with the men a little bit. These are top tier wrestlers, and they're battling for the top spots for the championship. Tony should be she should be doing squashes and stuff like that, while everybody else is actually fighting and battling. Willow, Jamie Hayter, even Serena D, Chris Statlander, they are battling for this prestige to be the number one with Mercedes Moné, giving it more relevance. And then Tony Storm's out here doing movies and fucking around and making it not be like a paper champion. Kind of like Roman Reigns.
Listen, I'm not gonna say anything about Tony Storm because she's doing her best work she's ever done.
Oh, she's doing great.
I definitely at some point we need to see Mercedes and Thunder Rosa. Mercedes and Britt Baker is a given, but I think that should either be a feud for the title or since they are actually toying around with the idea of merging the ROH and the AEW trios titles, why not absorb the ROH and the AEW titles as well? Because we could have Athena go one-on-one with, say, whoever holds title at the time, and then have Mercedes waiting in the wings for that.
Somebody like to merge the belt.
Finally give Athena some real on TV time.
That works.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
I think they should rotate. I mean, I think the ROH champions should rotate between the shows. Like, okay, if we're gonna do the Tony Storm on Wednesday, we should have Athena or the ROH champion on Friday. And then if Tony's on Friday, the ROH people need to have more airtime. And not those weak ass tag team champions in the Undisputed Kingdom. I don't like those tag champions.
Jeez, this is like you're wasting talent on something that's not really relevant because you're putting it into obscurity, and it's like, why? What's the point?
Yeah, I honestly after when I heard that Tony Khan bought Ring of Honor, I was excited. But after a month of seeing what he's done with it, I'm like, yeah, he probably should have left it alone.
Okay, but see, if Tony Khan didn't get it, WWE was gonna get it.
He would have died.
But see, here's the thing: if once Tony bought it, then he could have put someone else to administer Ring of Honor instead of him, because that man's got too many different things going on at once. He wants to run. Mistakes are going to happen, and people who are in the industry are going to notice this.
And honestly, I would have rather had WWE bought it, because at this point, it would have been better for WWE to acquire Ring of Honor and just put it out of its misery and take their talent, as opposed to what Tony's doing. And what he's doing now is just Ring of Honor's on life support.
Look here, I'm gonna tell you,
alive.
Let's be real. Let's all be real. My partner brought it to my attention. Only reason Tony Khan bought a ROH is for that first ever all-in pay-per-view to get that tape library. That's the only reason he wanted it. And I gotta keep it now, so I guess I gotta keep it. So I gotta do something with it. And is he doing a good job, man? Like, I agree, he should have an old vet run ROH. I know it gotta be something.
How about this, Junie? How about we get Samoa Joe, non-gear having ass, and let him run Ring of Honor? And
I
let
like
Tony
that idea.
I
don't like him as champion. I don't like Zoe as champion. I don't care what nobody says.
Joe to me has always seemed like a transitional. Honestly, I love him to death. He's definitely he's brought so much to it, but guess what? His purpose is to help elevate. But you as a champion, you're not doing that. If anything, you're blocking anybody from even trying to be on the come up.
I agree. I feel like Samoa Joe, he that good heel to keep you from the title. Like, I'm gonna screw you out of this title. He that good heel. Like, you get the title, like you said, like, don't keep him molded. Don't keep him molded no longer than 2 months. But you got to get that joint off.
He doesn't need a championship right now. Right now, he's a placeholder, and I hopefully, in my mind, they got him in that placeholder for when MJF comes back. I don't know how soon that's going to be, but he choked out Wardlow and killed all that momentum about Wardlow, how he beat this person, beat that person, beat that person. They just snuffed that shit on live TV, got choked out.
Wow, that was.
I'm gonna say this though, because if you put that belt on somebody before you put it on Swerve,
thank you.
Black wrestling community is gonna go the fuck off.
He needs to have the belt. He has more than one colored ring gear, and he's like hella over.
Anyway, moving on to the rest of this.
If you're at Dynamite and Swerve music even comes on, they go crazy, bro.
Dude, let him get that title. Prince Nana gonna get a new crown.
Let me put this on the table to you again, and we'll move on really quick. And I was thinking about this when I saw Mercedes Mone make her debut, and I thought about the entire women's roster. They put so much emphasis on creating trios for the men, one for Ring of Honor, one for AEW. Okay. Merge those titles together, but you have enough of a substantial women's locker room that you can create not a tag team, but a 6-man and 6-person and form factions with these and create those storylines. Because one isn't going to be that much of a storyteller if you have a handful that can promo, but if you put them together, you build that creativity and you give them all a chance to shine. Because let's face it, some of them can roll with it as tag team. Someone can roll single, but put them together and let's see what you can do with it. There's a potential there.
Only thing I like the faction ideas. The only thing I hate about a women's trio in AEW or Ring of Honor is that there's going to be one weak link. It's going to be kind of like when you had Jamie Hayter, then you had Brittany Britt Baker, and then you had her makeup artist. Like it's going to be a weak link in one of those factions.
That's fine, but that's what makes it. You're going to have one that's going to be solid, and you're going to have the others going to have their issues. But that's where the story creates. I mean,
that's usually the thing with a lot of these Freebird-esque tag teams. There's always one absolute star. There's one person who is definitely next up, and then there's one person we don't even think about. I mean,
there's a Buddy Roberts in all of them.
Even with the fucking New Day.
Excuse me?
There's one given star. There was one.
Who was that?
Who was that? Everybody's fucking thinking about.
Break it down. Let's talk about it.
No.
Come on. You saying in a New Day, there's a star, a next up, and somebody who's we forget about. Name who's in that position.
Oh my God.
Definitely the star of the New Day. Definitely the star of the New Day was Big E.
Okay.
Woods should definitely have been on the come up.
Okay.
I ain't thinking about fucking Kofi Kingston.
2 of them are world champions and one of them are not. I love Austin Creed. First of all.
Consequences Creed, you mean?
Consequences. Austin, whatever you want to call them. There's no weak links in the New Day. It doesn't work with. If you replace either one of them, it does not work. Now in the House of Black, Buddy Matthews is kind of like you forget about it, but Buddy can go.
Yeah.
I mean, Daddy Ass is kind of like the weak link there.
I'd say Brody is the one we want to think about more than Buddy.
I want to see Shane Taylor Promotions on the come up. That's what I want. I want to see Shane Taylor Promotions on the come up.
Unfortunately, the only time this actually worked where there was 3 absolute monsters in a Freebird-esque group was the Shield.
Yeah.
Though Dean wasn't like that for real when he was in the Shield.
All 3 of them were monsters, bro. Like
he was the weakest link of the Shield. Let's be honest. Nice about Moxley. I'm talking about Dean Ambrose.
I ain't gonna lie.
There were so many comparisons with Dean when he was Dean, bro. Like the fucking Piper references saying that he was the next Stone Cold. Like, the comparisons were there.
But the comparisons were narratives. Oh, the lunatic fringe and all that stuff. They had to do something to put him over because out of those 3, he was the weak link.
And like I said, nobody saw him as being a heavyweight.
Like, all 3 of them touched that big belt.
No, but later when he was going for the IC champion and stuff, Dean Ambrose was a bigger star, but everybody knew there was Roman and Seth were the guys.
Like
Dean was there, but he in ring he clashed.
Like what other faction where all 3 men held the world title at some point during one pay-per-view?
In a 3-man?
Because it was Money in the Bank. It was Money in the Bank. They went in for a triple threat match, and no, who was it? Somebody went into the pay-per-view with the title. They lost it to one of the others, and then Dean cashed in on that person, and then they won. So at some point during that night, all 3 members of the Shield held the world championship.
Yeah, but we're also talking about one of the suspect rosters of WWE too. Like the Shield was needed. Like they had to come up from the NXT. Like the Shield was kind of saved WWE if you want to be honest about it.
Yeah, and I ain't even gonna talk about fucking the Hurt Business.
Right.
Like I said, same as well. There was a clear star. Next up,
Best trio of all time, the Jersey Triad with DDP, Chris Canyon. Not Chris Canyon. What's his name? Was it Canyon? Yeah, Canyon. And who's the third one? The Jersey Triad.
if they were the best, then why can't you think of the third one?
Well, there's always a weak link, man.
Let me get through this fucking show, man.
A lot, bro.
Let me get through this fucking
Chris
show.
Canyon,
Samoa Joe.
DDP,
This
and
is a core.
Bam Bigelow?
Yeah,
No.
that was Bam Bam.
Was it Bam Bigelow, Chris Canyon, and DDP?
Bam Bam was not a weak link. That dude went through the ring for
No, he
tag.
wasn't a weak link, but wasn't he a part of the Jersey Triad?
I think he was.
Well,
Look at
you talking about the triple threat? You talking about
they
triple
were
threat?
called the
with,
Jersey Triad. It was all from Jersey. It was Chris Canyon, DDP, and I want to say Bam Bigelow.
What about
Anyways.
what about the triple threat? Shane Douglas, Chris Candido, and Bam Bam.
Let's Google that shit later. Let's get to this fucking
We'll Google
show.
that shit later. We'll talk about it.
People love us talking about this
We
shit.
still got three. We still got 3 fucking shows to get through. So
Don't
let's
care about
finish
the
up
results.
AEW World Championship match. Samoa Joe defeated Wardlow. Then we had a trios match. The new elite, Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada with the Young Bucks taking on Eddie Kingston, Death Triangle, and Penta. This is Death Triangle, Pac, and then Penta El Zero Miedo. Yo, that match was fucking crazy.
It was
Pac,
crazy.
Pac had lost a fucking step. That man.
That might have been one of the best matches I've seen this week, honestly.
And she mentioned it was one of the fucking top tiers, period. But that's just me. And honestly, can we get people to sell the Rainmaker a little more? Because don't get me wrong, Kingston, he isn't the best seller anyway. But if we're gonna make this Rainmaker move believable for people in the States, I need motherfuckers to really, really sell that, because a ripcord clothesline isn't, the best fucking move you can think of. So to make it believable, I need these guys to oversell that shit.
I think he needs to go from a clothesline to some kind of like drop or something, maybe modified for the US. You know what I'm saying? Ripcord, clothesline, and maybe like a drop, kind of like a, you know what I mean? Like a bulldog motion or something to sell it some more.
Yeah, or something, because this shit needs to be sold a lot better than what it is. Because the way Eddie took it, it was like, I don't believe, like man, he should have kicked out of that shit.
That's fair. I was looking at it like this is the Rainmaker. This has been so legendary. This right? He sprinkled in the water. He's like, and that's how he just come over.
Like I need people to start selling this shit a little better.
If you ain't selling like Austin Theory, you ain't selling.
Shit, if you ain't selling like Dolph Ziggler, you ain't selling.
No, Austin Theory, he took a stunner and reset his feet, then jumped back up.
We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that.
Okay.
We're gonna get into that. We then had Switch Blade, Jay White versus Darby Allin. Yeah, okay, that was cool. Darby took a kayfabe injury. Now that we have the Bang Bang Scissor Gang officially broke up because they was gonna take Darby's ass out of here. They came out to try to stop that, and they hit Daddy ass behind, pause, and then
that's a dumb pause.
And then Bullet.
In this name of this episode, he hit Daddy ass from behind. It's the name of the episode.
If pause was not a word
that's
implemented in this today,
what?
We need to make it.
What? Hold on, time out.
Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Like, you didn't say that. I ain't say that.
Sometimes I gotta get to myself. Sometimes I gotta get to myself.
Lie like you breathe.
He had to pause that real quick. Like, wait a minute, my bad.
Bro, it was crazy. You know what's crazy though? I thought about it and said it anyway.
It ain't no way what Skip Bayless did last week.
I thought about it and said it anyway.
Like I said, ain't no wish to Skip Bayless, man. A comma saved that man Skip Bayless' life last week.
Yes, sir. Didn't it though? Then we had a match no one asked for, Lion Hook, which is Hook and Chris Jericho, the Lionheart, taking on the Gates of Agony. I'm not sure who asked for this match. But yeah, they did pretty good. They did pretty good for the first match together. So okay.
Somebody catering, I major.
Renee Paquette had another interview with Kyle O'Reilly to announce his match coming up for Saturday's Collision. Then we had the main event, Willow Nightingale taking on Rio, of course, our girl Lou's favorite wrestler.
Hated it.
First of all,
Can I-
Luke,
Can I say
you
I
can't
watched
you
that?
can't hate on Rio. Rio wrestles with plot armor, and she fights
Yeah.
with the power of friendship, and that's
No,
undefeated in anime.
you know what? I hated
absolutely.
it because Willow carried Rio in a few of those moves. Rio should not have pulled those off, and you could see Willow give it
Willow's
to her.
amazing. Willow's amazing. She actually drilled her dragon suplex with Willow, heavily assisted her with that.
Yes.
We hit a double foot stomp. By this time it was a 2 count. Willow avoided a running knee strike from Rio. Willow landed a big lariat. She smashed Rio in the gut with the wrench Dr. Bomb, scored a pinfall victory. Lights went out. Julia Hart came out with Sky Blue to ambush Willow. And then we had Mercedes Mone come out to plant Julia's ass, which I think we're going to get that first match pretty soon. And then turn her into Willow to smile at each other, raise Mercedes' hand. And that's how Dynamite.
Where was Chris Statlander at?
Exactly. Where was she, Chris? Where were you, Chris?
Where was the inconspicuous white alien? Where was she?
Where were you?
Wow. That's what we
Where were you? Keeping it AEW. Let's go ahead and do Rampage first this time. Rampage came from the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts.
Boston.
We have
Boston Lager.
We have freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy and Trent Beretta taking on the Dark Order.
Dark Order.
Order. John Silver and Evil Uno. After that, they had a Crowler.
Man,
they put them in that car and sent them fire.
Man, the Boston listeners, they gonna kick our ass. They gonna you don't talk like that, sir.
Shout out to all Bostonians.
Yeah, shout out all the mass holes out there. Appreciate y'all for checking in. AEW World Champion Tony Storm and Mariah May taking on Kayla Sparks and Little Mean Catherine. Of course, Tony Storm is a trip as always. The Virtuoso then sprint to the ring to take her out, but then of course Luther scooped her up and ran away with the shoe. We then had the Alpha Takeshita take on Commander, which was a pretty good match, but of course Takeshita is in fucking God mode right now, so he definitely wasn't gonna lose that one. We then had a video package from the Professor Serena Deeb. So I feel like we should definitely be looking out for her to come back pretty soon. Then we had the main event, which was the Kingdom and Roderick Strong taking on Top Flight along with Action Andretti. Pretty good match. It wasn't as good as the previous night's triple threat match. Oh, sorry, not triple threat, but 6-man tag match, but still pretty good. Darius Action, we're looking for a double suplex on Bennett. Roderick ran in and nailed both of them with jumping knee strikes. I think we don't give Roderick Strong enough credit as a wrestler. That man is insane. Like, my back is hurting just watching his matches.
They called him aside the backbreaker for nothing. I remember when he was thicker than this, where his cardio was insane, even when he was a bigger dude. And all of his were snapped. They executed perfectly.
Yeah, he's the one that actually scored the pinfall against Action. But yeah, Rampage, of course, made as usual. Let's go on to SmackDown. Rock held a rock concert and trash Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Me and Junie will talk about this in the pre-show that we have backstage.
The pro,
the pre-show, the pro.
We
was talking.
PROW.
we was talking, and The Rock apparently is now under heat for things he said during his segment.
Really? Whatever do you mean?
Basically, he had a line in there in his little song about Ja Morant. And here's my thing, and I've said this on the podcast already before. You wrestling marks out there always want to say that you want the Attitude Era back. But then when Attitude Era shit happens, You want to say, "Oh, it's offensive." Oh,
Mhm.
it's supposed to be PG, and like he can't say stuff like that. It's offensive, and he's using foul language. Listen, either you
There
want
was
this
nothing
kind of shit or
PG
you
about
don't.
the Attitude Era. There was
Either
nothing
you
PG
want this shit or
about
you
that.
don't. But here's my thing: for y'all nerds out there, say what y'all really mean. What you really mean is you want women's wrestling to stop being what it is and get back to bra and panties. Say what you really mean. Say what you really mean with the Attitude Era.
You
Say
can't
what you really mean.
you
You
can't
know
find them on Fansly, so now you want them to do it on cable
But
TV.
you know what's cold though? You know what's cold though? This is where I understand. This is where I'm like, okay. AEW does wild stuff. Y'all remember when MJF threw the drink in the mom's face or the kid's face back in a few months last year?
Yeah, I remember that. That
I
shit
remember
had me
that.
hot. Ain't gonna lie. I was hot about that shit.
And I'm like, all right, common sense will tell people he just not gonna do that to a random kid. There's some stuff that okay, we're gonna do is make it believable. But people are so mad. I'm like, okay, but then your wrestling knowledge kick. Oh, this is all work. They working us.
Mm-hmm.
But AEW does the wild stuff, and WWE they want it so bad. But then when WWE does the wild stuff, oh, it's too. But y'all were just cheering in AEW for the wild stuff. When AEW over here, they don't. Oh no, WWE is too squeaky clean.
See, here's the problem with WWE. The problem with WWE is that they wanted to create this squeaky clean image because they're concerned about money. But they also know that image is only going to go so far. And people want to see a little bit more edgy with their characters. They want to see that break out. AEW said, this is us out the gate. We're not trying to be approved by you. We're trying to put out a product that's entertaining, that will shock you, that people will talk about. Now, we're not putting them in danger, but guess what? These are professionals. We're going to put it in their creative hands to figure it out. We will approve it. If it works, great. If it doesn't, great. It's going to be a 50-50. Then WWE turns around and goes, well, shit. Maybe we should give it a shot. And now it backfires.
But you know what though? Like you said, AEW has nothing to lose. And they come in like, yo, this is who we are. I feel like WWE, it's kind of like I told somebody, like when WWE they stopped bleeding. You didn't notice it until they did it. They weeded it out so smooth until somebody finally started bleeding. Oh, they bleed now? Or when they stopped doing it to the head, they stopped doing it so smooth that they don't, somebody point out, oh, they don't do shots to the head no more, do they? So I feel like if WWE like slowly start doing wild stuff, like slowly adding stuff, like I feel like they just jump head further to it. Like, hey, go out there and say a bunch of wild stuff, Rock. Okay, then the Rock say a bunch of wild stuff, people offended. Like,
But that's WWE's format anyway. I mean, even with certain moves, they only allow certain superstars to do those moves. Like you notice how you don't get to see a lot of superstars in WWE do let's see,
pile drivers.
Pile drivers. Something simple as that. That can be easily done. That we see all the time in other promotions, but in WWE, you don't see a certain amount of people do it.
Right. I wish Kevin Owens would bring that package pile driver back. I wish they let him do that. That's a great move.
The move looks devastating and highly protects the person receiving it. And that's where you see a lot of the non-students of the craft don't realize that pile driver looks devastating. It looks, but if you do like you're supposed to, you're going to protect the person you're putting this on so they don't get hurt. But most of these idiots don't see that.
Like they only allow Undertaker and Kane, and even and also during the time there was Shawn Michaels, he would do it too, to do the tombstone. But any idiot can look at the tombstone and see that their head never touches the fucking mat.
Oh, speaking of, you didn't hear what Hogan tried to get Taker in trouble for that. If they're Taker's first or second WrestleMania was Survivor Series or whatever, when Flair put the chair in the ring and Hogan said he messed up his neck, and when they go back like, yo, your neck, your head never touched the and never touched the ground. So what are you talking about? Like, you never touched it. It take like, yo, he really tried to get me fired. I could have really been fired over that stuff because Hogan was he was Hogan at the time. He said, yo, I could have lost
Taker won't take her yet. You know what I'm saying? I get it though, but like, yeah, like if y'all are allegedly if y'all are allegedly the greatest wrestling promotion, then y'all should have the best way of training people to take the most craziest moves safely. But that's just my opinion. Legado Fantasma defeated the LWO again in a WrestleMania Tag Team Championship qualifying match. Apparently, it's going to be this big ass match for the tag titles, and Legado Fantasma has qualified. Awesome for them. We then had Randy Orton defeat Grayson Waller for the second time. After delivering a DDT to Austin Theory, Orton hit RKO out of nowhere on Waller, giving him the win. After the match, Theory and Paul attempted to attack Orton, but Kevin Owens ran down to interfere. SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis interrupted the action and announced that Orton and Owens will now both challenge Logan Paul for the U.S. title at WrestleMania. So now the U.S. title match is going to be a triple threat match. Also during this segment, Austin Theory, like I said, took a DDT, took the stunner from Owens, and then that went right into an RKO. Now, I saw this spot, and if there's one thing that he hadn't done, it would have been amazing. But when he took the stunner from Owens, it's like he paused for a second to hop up and then take the RKO in midair. Now, because of that 1/2 of a second pause he made, it looked stupid. But had he not done that, it'd have been one of the double spots I've ever seen.
Because I was on Facebook, people were clowning the hell out of it. And I'm like, and my thing is, it's kind of like when Randy Orton did the RKO to Mark Henry, he did the toe touch. Everybody like, what the hell is he doing? Nobody could figure out why he did it. I'm like, was this planned, or that just like Randy Orton? Like, I'm Randy Orton. I hit him with because I'm like, was that planned? Because it didn't look like it was. Because Kevin Owens was like,
because even then, because even later on, if you go online and check the stories or whatever, you'll see Theory saying like, he hit me with the move and I was all confused, so I tried to. I saw the RKO coming, so I tried to jump over it, but that didn't help out. Like, I see what you're doing, but we know you fucked up. We know you fucked up.
He get backstage, Triple H like, show. Triple H turned to an Atlanta dope boy like, show.
As soon as he got that, I know the whole time.
Like, shouting, what you thinking?
Yeah, I know. As soon as he got that gorilla, somebody's like, "Hey, boss said come in for a second." Like, damn.
It was like, hey, this never a good thing.
Hey, come in for a second. Bring your badge.
Don't come into work next week.
Wow.
Santos Escobar defeated Dragon Lee, which is again, I'm not sure why it's called Dragon Lee, but anyway, New Catch Republic then defeated Pretty Deadly to also qualify for the WrestleMania Tag Team match. Bailey defeated Dakota Kai via disqualification. And it's about time we actually had Bailey at the end of these fucking shows, because ever since Bailey won the Royal Rumble and is now been title picture, like even the fucking promotions that I've been seeing, Bailey is nowhere. I'm like, y'all gotta put some more respect on this chick name, man.
This goes back to what I said before about what they do with their locker room. But you're trying to bring these NXT stars in, but you can't even establish shit with the locker room that you have on the main roster. You're creating confusion. You bring these names up, people are like, who's that? That's the common question, because you're not even trying to establish anything with them.
Talk to him.
Character development is trash. They all look the same. They all dress the same. They all move the same, but their names are different. So why should I invest in this? And like you said, Bailey is the freaking GOAT. She's her and Charlotte are really the only two. Well, her, Charlotte, and Becky are still there, but Bailey's had to work the hardest to get where she's gotten at now, and they're giving her no shine. Nigga, make it make sense.
Like, listen, at one point, Barry was carrying around the division and that ass at the same time. Give her some respect, please.
Yeah, because that ass ain't no joke. Yeah, it takes some it
Bruh.
takes some
Like, please put some respect on Bailey name, WWE. Please do that.
I don't know, because like Unc said, like everybody looks the same. Then when you get something different, like you say, like we get a Bray Wyatt, then you say it's too much of a spectacle. Like, nigga, everything is the same. Like, it's like, nigga, like you can't get, it's no, like I said, like you get something different. Then you're like, oh, it's too much. Then you get, everybody come out of a freaking factory. Like, you know, the machines in the cartoon and everybody is dropped as the same character. Drops goddamn character. Like, sheesh.
The conveyor. Yeah, no, you ain't wrong about that, though. You ain't wrong.
Finally, we're going to move on to AEW Collision. Saturday night, American Dragon Bryan Danielson took on my man Shibata. And that was a
banger.
Fantastic match. At one point, Shibata was killing Danielson with full arms. He countered with a butterfly suplex. Danielson put him in a surfboard submission. He escaped. Danielson and Shibata started trading chops until he went low and dropped Shibata with a single leg takedown. Out of the ring, they followed up with a PK from the apron, railed back to a running drop kick. Shibata chased after Danielson and clocked his ass with a boot in the corner. That shit looked painful.
All I know, they did a slow motion. You just see heel, midfoot, toe. That's all you saw.
All
Like that man's like the bottom of that man's boot is like all up in like this tooth here, like all up in that one.
Like, all I want to know is all them chops, them like the next morning, I know you ain't worth a damn.
Like you can't chew on this side at all tomorrow. You can't chew on that side.
There's no more hot water in your house because you were in that shower forever. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hell of a match. Then we had Julia Hart taking on Trish Adora for the TBS Championship.
Another one. Another brilliant sister who has put in more time in this industry, probably more than Tony fucking Storm, and she's been relegated to being a jobber. Y'all, why?
Oh, I want her to win so bad. I want Trish Adora to win so bad.
Trish Adora's won titles that these fuckers haven't even heard of. And she's put in more work in places that they haven't gone. See, AEW.
It's okay. We're going to get our respect. Then we had Daniel Garcia taking on Shane Taylor. Decent match. Daddy Magic was on the broadcast team. You want to know what makes Daddy Magic's nipples hard?
Is there every time you're ever gonna say this?
I love that, man. When the first time he said that, man, I died. I was like, that's funny as hell. That is funny.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Daddy Magic's nipples hard.
You know what makes Daddy Magic nipples hard? Other nipples.
That is true. We then had the bastard Pac taking on Aaron Solo. The fans were all behind Pac, chanting, welcome back. Seamless offense. I mean, Pac is just one of the fucking best.
I don't even know what his workout regimen is.
Workout.
You can find out, but I ain't doing it.
I need to know, because I'm like, if I look like that, I would never have a shirt on. Y'all be sick of me. I'll be on this podcast with no shirt on. Nigga, like Jody, no, nigga. I worked too hard for this.
All I say is Slim Jones be talking about you all the time, man. Just get ready for it. I mean, like,
if I don't look like that, I would never have a shirt on. It'd be dead winter, no shirt on.
We get enough black folk out here walking around with no shirts. Okay.
Well, I would stay kicking Junior out like Junior, get out. No time out. Speaking
of flex, get out.
Look, bring her back in. Now he got oil on. Like, nigga.
You got the camera with a tripod. Hold on, y'all. I'm doing a quick photo shoot real quick. So let's talk about
lifting weights up there, man. Yeah, you know.
Then at some point of the night, we had Bryan Danielson backstage meditating. I guess you have to do that sort of thing. Fight Will Ospreay coming up soon. Then we had a nice match here. I think Big E would call this
big meaty man slapping meat.
We had Claudio Castagnoli taking on the Murder Hawk monster Lance Archer. Funny story about Lance Archer. Our own Lucia had put in her story, do you think Lance Archer wears a do-rag or a bonnet? And Lance Archer actually answered her back. So that was hilarious. The Righteous came and attacked Claudio after the match. So Bryan Danielson came on and even the odds. Blackpool Combat Club teammate. The numbers were too many, and they swarmed Danielson. Shibata sprinted to the ring with a chair, and Archer and the Righteous retreated. So it looks like we might be getting Shibata in the Blackpool Combat Club. I like it.
Seeing big guys go, it gets boring after a while because it seems like the more they breathe, the slower they get. And like the whole match goes in slow motion.
They only got enough gas. They got enough gas for like the first 30 seconds. Now they're like,
yo, he did not go to Wawa before the match because he is out of gas. For real.
He was sucking all the air out of the stadium, all of it.
This dude is running like a diesel.
And Lance doesn't sell for shit. How many times did Claudio hit him with something that would have made me go, oh my God, he's in there going, First of all, you creepy bastard.
Yeah. Like, first of all, you hit me that hard, I'm going to the trunk.
Exactly. You know what?
Like the match is over.
Do it again.
When I come back, don't be in this ring.
Yeah. What you gonna do? What you gonna? Oh.
like when I come back, don't be in this damn ring. Like I would love to see somebody that shit
today.
I would love to see somebody do that for like just get hit real hard one time. I'll be back. When I come back, don't be in this ring. Like where's he going? Where's he going?
So you want Truth to act his color, huh?
How many wrestling matches would you have? You see him going, you hit just one powerful hit. Bow! He just let him go. All right. He'd leave, grab something from under the ring, come back out and tell me, disqualification. I will hurt you too. Do it again. Do it again. Do it.
Hit me that hard again now. Hit me that hard again.
Hit me too hard.
I'm sorry. We're just wrestling. I'm sorry.
We then had the debut match with Kyle O'Reilly, now back in AEW, taking on Brian Keith. Decent showing for him to be back. After he won his match, the Undisputed Kingdom came out to help Kyle celebrate. I guess they're going to eventually get him into the fold. Lexi Nair was backstage with Deon Purrazzo and Thunder Rosa. That's going to be a good match next week on Dynamite. Can't wait to see that one.
Shout outs to Brian Keith because that dude has been a GOAT since Reality of Wrestling, and I have loved him ever since I first saw him. And I'm glad he is being recognized. So shout outs to him.
Then we had the Infantry taking on the House of Black, Brody King and Buddy Matthews in the AEW Tag Team Title Tournament wild card match. This went the way I thought it was going to go. House of Black for the win.
Why do we have so many black jobbers? Why do we have so many fucking black jobbers? But y'all give all the prestige these little pencil sticks out here. Someone take that damn title off of Julia Hart, please. She is about as believable as my ex-wife's love for me. Okay.
Here's my thing. I'm using three people as examples because we're gonna have jobbers. Some gonna be black. Most can be black, actually, and some white. But then you got people who don't deserve to be jobbers at all. Like, where the fuck is Keith Lee?
That's a good question.
Why haven't the Private Party had tag titles yet? Like, come on, bro. Make it make sense to me.
Now, okay, I can say I can understand why they don't push Keith Lee health reason. I get that part, but Private Party was there from the jump. Like, why they ain't doing this?
Yeah, like them dudes actually started beefing for real before you even thought of putting belts on them.
Abaddon when she first came in, just boots to the ground, working all the time. She disappears. She comes back. She gets 2 weeks. That's it, nigga. What?
Yeah, you put her in this mini feud with Julia Hart, and then what? No payoff. And now she
None.
has a title, and now she has the title, and you're not gonna get her in the ring with Abaddon again. Like, come on now, bro. Make it make sense.
Abaddon would tie her into knots. I'm telling you, Julia ain't shit. She is not a talent that needs to have a title right now.
She's not that girl. I'm sorry. She's really
No.
I
not.
think Tony Khan trying to go the man that remained nameless way and put it on a blonde chick with blue eyes and give her just.
I wish I would stop because when Nyla Rose was champion, loved seeing her go. Loved it. Still do.
I think we should just let Nyla Rose cut a promo every week. Because Nyla Rose, if you follow her on Twitter/X, Nyla Rose is fucking hilarious.
Oh my God.
But you know why he won't put the title on her. We ain't gonna say it on here, but we all know why.
No, because Nyla Rose has been champion twice already.
Yeah. And I think she'd be a better champion as a transitional champion, if anything, because Nyla's about uplifting the locker room.
Exactly.
Oh, did y'all speaking of Nyla? Did y'all see that segment she had with Athena when she ran up in her?
Yep.
Oh
Putting them together is fucking magic.
She's stupid. I swear.
Oh my gosh, you put two blurs in a promo. Anything those two put together, I'm telling you, it's classic.
Ran up on and beat up everybody. Like, why you? Like, I ain't even do nothing. Such a monkey ass dude.
We ended the night with Adam Copeland in the ring with his new friend Spike, which you find out was this intricately put together Spike bat, to which we're going to have a I Quit match between him and Christian Cage for the TNT Championship next week on Dynamite.
It's time for that.
And that wraps up this week in wrestling. We have definitely had an interesting week. I would say the highlight of the week was definitely Mercedes Mone. Can't wait to see what she's going to do. Another interesting thing. Say what?
Don't like her theme music.
Oh, it's the CEO thing. I like it. It's pretty dope.
You like the crisscross thing she had? You like that crisscross thing she had? That
Honestly, if you give for someone like her, I think the music should have soul. It should have a foundation to it. It sounds too much like Walter's original music with CEO on it.
That's what they was saying. I heard somebody say that, like, you know what? Like, you kind of listened to it and she was rapping over it. So I'm like, nah, I don't like this beat. I don't like this.
Sorry, just my bifocal self-belief stand. It's just
now maybe I could be wrong, but don't the actual wrestlers have some sort of a say so on what their music is though?
It depends on the company. It depends on the company. It depends on the deal that they've signed, because most times you'll see a lot of the wrestlers, they don't have a say in making any changes. You just, hey, this is your music. Okay, great. As you go up the ladder and your visibility increases, that gives them more leeway later to change it up. Because you remember when Joe first came to WWE, his music was trash.
Big trash.
But as Joe progressed, his music changed. He had a lot to do with that to now where it was iconic before he left WWE. And it's even reminiscent in AEW. So it all depends on the deal, the wrestler, and the visibility that they get.
Yeah, because I couldn't see Cody in WWE without that song he had. Like, I don't think it would work.
That thing needs to follow him forever. The only way Cody should not come out that theme is if he's doing this like super duper heel turn to where he's gonna stop using that, use something else, and then when he goes back face again, he's going back to using downstep.
It's kind of like if I guess he owns that song. Like, I guess he owns it. It's like with AJ Styles and his P1 logo. And like, how is he using that? And he owns that. That's his logo. He came up with it. He designed it. That's his.
That's a trademark.
So it's like, that's I think with Cody. I think he owns that song. I think that's he owns that.
Yes, he owns that.
Like, I'm using this everywhere.
But that's dope though. But yeah, next week we'll be back again with some more wrestling news. Hopefully we'll have a little more build up going into WrestleMania. Oh, speaking of WrestleMania, of course, we got the confirmation now that we're gonna have Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso at WrestleMania. Have y'all noticed that there has been a sibling versus sibling match every 15 years?
Mm-hmm.
I saw that when you posted it. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So like we have like
I know where you're going.
WrestleMania 10, it was Brett versus Owen, and then we had at 25 Matt versus Jeff Hardy, and now this year we're getting Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso. So I saw somebody was like, "Yo, so who's it gonna be for WrestleMania 55?" So I put together a little graphic and said, "Hey, I think it should be Monroe versus Madison and Mizanin, and hopefully the Miz and the Maurice will be ringside."
No, Miz will be the special guest referee.
You like her more than me, Mom.
Don't hit her. Don't hit her. Why are you in the ring?
And then here come Miz all old. You know what this means? My hand goes up.
Be that one dude in the back. Shut your old ass up.
Shut your bitch ass up.
My bad. My fault, dog.
Oh man. All right. So to my man, right hand man, Johnny Jones, final thoughts on this week of wrestling.
This week of wrestling, you know, it's kind of wrestling. I'm not feeling the build to WrestleMania. That's what I'm not feeling. So I needed to pick that up a little bit. We got one more week until WrestleMania, so they need to spice up a little bit. You need to get back on that. So that's my take on it. That's my advice.
All right. Wise man. Thoughts on this week in wrestling?
Some ups, some downs. Mercedes Mone, welcome. I hope they do more with you. We need to see more of our black wrestlers get their come up. We need to see them use them more. I'm sick of them using our folks as jobbers for all of these reams of paper out here, because when they leave, it gets boring. So guess what? Utilize them. Create something fantastical. Because otherwise, I'm not interested.
And that's on Blurred.
Facts.
Actually.
Facts.
As for myself, like I said, I'm definitely happy about Mercedes Moné being in AEW now. Finally, looking forward to everything that she's gonna do, not just in AEW, but anything she's gonna do outside of AEW while being signed to AEW as well. Shout out to Shayna Baszler. I hope this is not the end of wrestlers in WWE operating outside WWE. So I hope we continue that motion there going. And yeah, Triple H, you've been cooking so far. You've been cooking, but I think right now you have that pot on low. Turn it up a little bit. We're getting closer. Let's see what we're gonna do for WrestleMania here now, because right now it's getting a little bit boring. That's just
tell them. Get it real boring.
Yep.
That gumbo need to start cooking, man. You got that rule. You already got the rule, man. Start adding veggies in there and start adding all the stuff in there, bro.
Yeah, gonna turn the pop a little bit. So, on behalf of myself, Hill Jones, who is in here with us, shout out to him.
Somewhere in catering.
My man Navy Montel, the wise man. And of course, my own right-hand man, Johnny Jones. This has been the CCW podcast. Hopefully y'all had a good time. I know we did. So goodbye and good night.